As we were talking about the NBA, let's talk about the NFL. NFL signs a deal with EA to continue the Madden franchise through 2030, and it wants to more heavily grow the game in overseas markets. With the NFL, every deal is a big one. As the dominant content provider in live television, when the league strikes a new agreement or makes a change to its programming, it will be felt across the media ecosystem. Many of those big changes happen as the league's owners' meetings held multiple times per year. Let me turn off words. Various locations across the U.S. where the 32 owners meet to sign off on major agreements or changes. This week, the owners gathered at the Intercontinental Barclay Hotel in Midtown Manhattan, and there were plenty of media news to discuss. For starters, the owners officially signed off on a multi-billion-dollar deal that will see the league take a stake in ESPN, with the Disney-owned media giant securing NFL Network and rights to the Red Zone brand. That sounds like they're going to double down on NFL content on ESPN.
Cool, but honestly,
see, like right there, I turned it off.
I resubscribed to, and that's Sonic's BBC.
Oh, you know what it is? I think I got to turn it off like that. Okay. That's what I gotta do. My bad. That said, Hans Schroeder, the NFL executive VP responsible for his media rights deals, told reporters that the deal still has to go through regulatory process. There's a number of steps in a transaction like this, and a number of those steps we don't control. So we're going to do all that we can, Schroeder said. We're going to cooperate. We're going to partner. In the meantime, we're going to continue to run our business and work with all our partners as we always would.
For the gifted
Shut, and it's still going off.
I can say that because I'm black, even if you don't agree what you gonna do about it, nigga.
Yeah, shout out to Wiz with the sub. Appreciate it with the gift of subs. We're going to continue to run our business and work with all our partners as we always would. But certainly when it does close, I think we're really excited. This is an opportunity for football fans to get more football in more places, more types of content. But if you take the content engine that ESPN is and put that with the NFL Network, you would think would be an opportunity to put NFL Network into the new ESPN Unlimited product and expand distribution. We think that the marriage of the NFL Network and ESPN, the content engine, and all the platforms they have is just going to be the real win for football fans, he added. I don't watch football like that. Is it hard to watch a football game like it is NBA games? Because the NBA is everywhere. It's on fucking Peacock, Amazon, which, by the way, the Amazon intro is pretty fire. TNT, yeah, what the fuck, bro? It's a lot easier. That's good, at least. The league also inked a new deal with Amazon Prime to bring the November 28th Black Friday football game between Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears to a worldwide audience in more than 240 countries. Yeah, we don't care, man. Let's talk. This shit is supposed to be about Madden. But the league also announced a deal with EA to continue its Madden NFL video game franchise through 2030. Another 5 years of suffering. Another 5 years of Madden cards. Or MUT, whatever that shit is. That said, the partnership is also expanding with Rennie R. Anderson, Executive VP and Chief Revenue Officer at the NFL, telling reporters that EA will more heavily market the games in overseas markets and may also develop a more casual game to complement Madden. Ladies and gentlemen, what that means is if you live in Europe, Asia, Africa, expect to see more Madden commercials in your neighborhood, bruvs. Going to get some fish and chips, you're going to see a Madden commercial. I know the YouTube comments are going to be like, bro, get a new fucking button, bro. I want to hear this shit. I'm going to wear this fucking button out, nigga. Our relationship with EA will go unchanged. So deeper focus on football and integration, which we're excited about. We're going to work together to really create a football ecosystem for fans as they think about gaming, which, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. You know, Madden is a really complex game. Nigga, no, it's not. Shut the fuck up. And so for working on a casual game to introduce fans here domestically as well as internationally, which also really focuses on that global growth that we have and working as partners to help us grow the game of football. So, I mean, that's the only halfway cool announcement from this besides the, like, and the only reason I say it's halfway cool, we got to see what that means, because they're saying there's a possibility they're going to create a more casual football game to appeal to casual audiences in overseas markets. Maybe we could see the return of NFL Street. Don't get us. This is EA we're talking about, but maybe. That's all I'm asking. If you guys do a more casual game, I'm down for it. I just don't know. Don't do that. What was that? Don't do like NBA playgrounds for football. We don't want that shit. Do NFL Street. I would 100% be on that shit. And no microtransactions. Don't make it like Skate. EA Sports and the NFL are building one of the most iconic partnerships in all of sports and entertainment, and we see so much opportunity ahead to deliver for football fans everywhere, said Cam Weber, president of EA Sports. With more than 2 billion games of Madden, NFL played each year, the global community of football fans connecting through play has never been bigger. Together with the NFL, we will continue to shape the interactive future of football, expanding Madden NFL, growing college football, and creating a new breakthrough experience for the next generation of fans. And the league also signed off on some major changes to its Pro Bowl, which will vacate the Sunday week before Sunday Super Bowl and move to Tuesday before Super Bowl. I don't care about that shit. What y'all think? Y'all think that they can penetrate more of an international audience with the video games? I feel like internationally soccer is just a thing, like football, you know, real football. Yo, shout out to Savage with the sub. I think there's room to grow.
Only Sonic wields that type of power.
I think there's room to grow, but I don't know if it'll ever be as big in Europe as it is in the United States, you know? Football is too American. And I don't know if a casual video game will be the thing that gets other people to get into the NFL, because I mean, internationally they like FIFA. I think they just need to market it better. I think it's hard for international audiences to get tied to these teams because they don't have any stake in it. Like maybe expand outside the US, like give London a team or some shit like that. Like, I don't know, but it's kind of hard to have like a tie to a team and be emotionally tied to it if it's not involved like in your place, if that makes sense. It's impossible, but yeah, but then it's kind of hard because if you have one team over across the Atlantic Ocean, the travel would be too much. But who knows? Let's just hope that they do bring back NFL Street. Not even good players in the football, in my opinion. Wait, what? A Madden game isn't the best representation of the league, in my opinion. Yeah, the game fucking sucks. All the international games are the worst teams too. Like, who wants to watch the Jets? I can't speak on that. I don't know shit about football, but I get where you're going, bro. Have I tried Ninja Gaiden 4 yet? I haven't done really any gaming. I haven't had a PC for a while, so I haven't really done any gaming. You'd be surprised. Ireland loves the Steelers. What's the connection there between Ireland and the Steelers? The different time zone shit. Yeah, I can see that being an issue too. There is none. They just love them for some reason. Interesting. That's your Madden update in terms of, you know, finances, business, expansion, all that bullshit. Speaking of more news in regards to finance, business, and lack of expansion, guys, Warner Bros. Is in fucking trouble. Warner Bros. Boss David Zaslav doesn't want to own WB anymore, for better or for worse. After stepping up in 2022 to manage a sprawling incarnation of WB merged with Discovery, the CEO became an instant internet punching bag. His cutthroat business tactics, from canning completed projects like Batgirl to threatening the entire operations of Cartoon Network, stood in opposition to the creatives he employed and the passionate audiences he served. He didn't seem to care too much. People got mad, but hey, HBO Max did change names twice, and that was funny. Now, 3 years later, the CEO is set to make this next seismic move that should sound like great news, but maybe it isn't. On Tuesday morning, the CEO put the WB half of his business up for sale in hopes of sparking a bidding war. This comes after the master carver declared his vision to split Warner Bros. Discovery into two, with the future of HBO, Disney, Warner Bros. Games, and more in question, and it calls for the end of his run, which means that, I mean, if you want to look past the movies and all the other stuff Warner Bros. Owns, because it's a gaming channel, that's what I'm focusing on. That means that DC Games is up for sale, Mortal Kombat, Injustice up for sale, Hogwarts Legacy, Lord of the Rings, and anything else Warner Bros. Owns in terms of gaming related is now officially up for sale. And I say, I'm leaning more towards this is good news, because I'm not going to lie. Do you know how shitty of a CEO you have to be to own properties like Batman and Mortal Kombat, and that shit can't sell? Like, nigga, do you know how bad of a CEO you have to be when niggas is more excited about Lego Batman than the actual Batman? Just give the people what they want, bro. Give us fucking Injustice 3. Put some goddamn private lobbies in that bitch. Put static in that bitch, and it's gonna sell like hotcakes, man. Give us Hogwarts Legacy 2 and actually put Quidditch in it. Put a deeper combat system in it. This shit, I mean, the first one sold like hotcakes. This one will break records. New Lord of the Rings, bring the fucking Nemesis system back. We want Wonder Woman. We want it. Batman, Arkham Beyond, make the fucking game. God damn, bro. The biggest downside here is they're going to be a total of 4
Thanks for resubscribing. This should be enough.
major players in Meta. All will be owned by Trump friends. Wait, really? Yeah, because I know Kushner owns his son-in-law. He just bought EA, right? So who's one of Trump's friends that would buy this shit? Say it ain't so, man. Which, by the way, motherfuckers be like, stop talking about politics on the fucking channel, bro. We want to hear that shit. Y'all don't think it's weird that Trump's friends and family owns all the major media corporations? You don't think that's a problem? It's looking like it. You don't think that's a problem? Like Larry Ellison? I'm gonna have to look into him. Fucking bullshit, bro. They're gonna make the shittiest stories about America. Right. They're gonna turn Batman into, they're gonna give him like a red, white, and blue costume and shit, bro. Like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah, you don't find that shit suspicious? I'm leaning more towards this is good news depending on who it goes to, but it could be bad news, yeah, depending on, because like he said, it could go to one of fucking Trump's friends. Bullshit. It's okay when my side's in power. Right. But just know it is up for sale. It could go either way, though. It could go either way. Other news, Larry Olson owns Oracle. Elson? Oh, yeah. That is a Trump crony. Because I mean, Oracle is they're online to get TikTok too. So they would have TikTok and fucking Warner Bros. That's not good, chat. That's not good, chat. That's not good. Never mind. I take it back. That might be bad news. Well, proud to be an American. Or at least I have the illusion of being free. Fucking bullshit, man. Why are all my shows going downhill? That's why. We talk about it on the stream. Niggas is not listening, man. I heard that was a rumor about buying TikTok. I thought they closed the deal on that. Unless I'm bugging. My fucking sinuses. Y'all miss this shit? He also owns Paramount, I believe. Bullshit. Ghost of Yote was the #4 best-selling game in the United States for September. Sales were basically in line with Ghost of Tsushima. Now, this was the biggest game that came out. Why was it #4? What beat it? Let's see. Borderlands 4? Not a fan of it, but I'll give you guys that. I'll give you guys that. 2K.
This should be enough money.
Yo, shout out to Slow Block with the sub. FIFA, Ghost of Yote. Then after that, we got Madden. Shout out to Helldivers, still going crazy. Okay, Silent Hill at #7. Okay, Sonic Racing, #8. Final Fantasy, #9. Okay, 10. Hold on, let me find out niggas is actually gaming. The top 10 don't look too bad. Okay. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. College football, the NHL. Is Nature Healing? Digimon's there, #13. Super Mario, the remaster is there. Nature might be healing. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 10 top games of the past month were not ball and gun games. Okay. Shout out to y'all for actually buying games this month. That's what I like to fucking see. Try something different. Sonic's higher than Mario. All right, buddy. What are you trying to get at? Sonic's back, guys. Sonic's back. Shut up. Oh, I've been hearing good things about Digimon. Yeah, I've been hearing good things about that shit too. Yeah, the world is healing. Shout out to y'all, man. That's what I like to fucking see, man. We're gonna talk about Sarkania and their stats later too, because I got some funny shit about that involving Ghost of Yote. Helldivers is a gun game. Yeah, but it's like a co-op story gun game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it, but I'm gonna give Helldivers a pass. In regards to more news with Ghost of Yote is waiting to hear from you, the consumer, before they decide if they want to make DLC. Sucker Punch is waiting to explain what parts of Ghost of Yote you want to know more about before deciding on the direction of the future DLC. Translation: We did not make content alongside the base game and then hold it back and charge you for it later. We actually have to make it. Hey, TBH, your mods on YouTube are tripping. I was putting time out for no reason. I don't even have any mods in there, bro. It was a bot, so you probably said a slur or something inappropriate or type in all caps. I don't have any mods. It was a bot. Shout out to people who still don't know what bots are. In an interview with Game Informer co-director Jason Cornell and the lead writer Ian Ryan talked about how game development gets the rare opportunity to actually listen to millions of people about what resonated within a story versus maybe what didn't, or what are the holes, and use that feedback to shape further DLC and content if any further story is needed, that is. I think for us, we are at a spot in the project where we just get to put it out there and see what's resonating with people and what people love and what people feel like they wish maybe they knew more about Atsu. And I think for us, this is the most important part of the project in terms of making decisions like these. Because same thing with Ghost of Tsushima, you can listen. You could be like, oh, okay, people wanted to know a little bit more about that relationship or what happened to that dad. How do you further that character? He continued, and you get this rare opportunity to actually listen to millions of people about what resonated within a story versus maybe what didn't, or what are the holes. And I think that's the mode that you want to be in, and that's sort of the gift. Certainly, we love Atsu, and we think it's a great character. And just like with Jin, if there's room to improve it or to bring new elements to life or clarity for the narrative's sake, and it falls within what's best for Sucker Punch, then we'll certainly take a hard look at it for sure. Translation. They're looking to see what people love about Ghost of Yotei the most, and what they want to see what the people are saying they want to see expanded on before they actually make it, versus just making some shit that nobody asked for. And to me, that's a W. Telling on themselves, they be telling on themselves, man. As for how it feels to receive criticism, for me, I think criticism is a gift. There's some people that are going to love what you make, and some people maybe are not going to like it. There's criticism nobody ever wants to hear, but it makes you a better creator, right? Because you think about the perspective of that player or another player. Maybe it's just, okay, this person didn't like this because this is maybe for this kind of player. Translation, not everything is for everybody, and some of y'all have to understand that, bruh. Doesn't mean it's ass. Interesting. All I said was that monopolies are getting out of control. Well, you see how I didn't ban you here? Did you type it in all caps or something like that? You fine, bro. You'll be all right. It's just a flesh wound. Shout out to Quiet Cat with the sub. Appreciate it.
Real ass nigga for that, my nigga.
So they don't have any content ready right now, but that's not to say that they don't have directions that they want to move in. They'll basically listen to the feedback. So hop in the Reddit if you want to see something expanded on. It might have been too many caps, pretty much. I say move on to the next game. I'm not opposed to that either. Just move on to the next game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there another article about SP saying they aren't wanting to bring back Sly Cooper? Yeah, I think they said only like 10% of the, when they asked the studio, only like 10% of the studio was interested in making it. Which is interesting because they say in this article they're focused on what the fans want, but I feel like the fans are pretty vocal on social media that they want another Sly Cooper. I think what the problem with Sly Cooper is it's so far removed from, we're so far removed from the PS2 era. It's probably not resonating with them creatively, but that's what the fans want. Bring Infamous back. I'll take a Sly Cooper, an Infamous, or a new title. I don't care. Bring something, as long as it ain't a ball or a gun game. Sly could work since Ratchet and Clank is still booming. I agree. And I think the crazy thing about like them being so opposed to making a Sly Cooper is like it doesn't have to be some big expansive open world game. It could be a solid 15-hour action adventure story driven game with a lot of comedy in it, which would not take as long to make as something like a big open world game like Ghost of Yotei. I feel like they're missing that part too. It's a smaller scale game. You're familiar with the formula, so you can crank it out quicker, and you would probably make a shit ton of money before you move on to the next project. You don't have to put it out all the time, but the streets need that Sly Cooper, bro. Jack 4. Naughty Dog is just fucking crazy. They don't listen. Them niggas don't listen, bro. I only love the original Infamous because it's gritty art style. I missed out on the Infamous wave. I only played Second Son, but I did love Second Son. That evil ending was fucking crazy. Other piece of news. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 will be more concise, said the director following fan feedback. Now, I'm most likely not gonna play this shit because I didn't beat Part 2, but this is good news for those who are looking forward to Part 3. because part of the reason I dropped part 2 is it was just doing too much. I'm like, God damn, bro. The original game wasn't this long. Why is this fucking part 2 100,000 hours long? Part 3 of Final Fantasy VII Remake's trilogy will be more concise, said the director, as a fan feedback from Rebirth has been taken into account. Rebirth, the second part of the trilogy, shifted to an open world filled with minigames, but some players criticized story sections for being too drawn out. I agree. I felt like the first part was just enough meat on the bone for exploration, but it kept the story tight and concise. And the second game, it was just big as fuck for no fucking reason. And I'm just like, bro, I'm too old for this shit, bro. I'm too old. I can't do it. And if you're not doing anything interesting in the open world format, I don't want to fucking play it. I'm gonna be honest. Yo, shout out to Beaticus Prime with the stuff. With the sub, appreciate it. I ain't got 200 hours on mini games to give to score. That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing no 200 hours on fucking mini games, bro. Yeah, the forced mini games, I didn't like them as well. Yeah, after beating part 2, I'm not buying another Final Fantasy game. That shit just took too long. I get why they made part 2 that big. They wanted to expand the world, but still, nah, you bit off more than you could chew. Speaking to Screen Rant, the director disagreed, but it's still taking on such feedback while developing the next game. What? So he does. So he doesn't like the feedback that it was too expansive, but he's like, I guess I'll listen. Regarding time management in certain sections, especially Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I honestly don't believe they were longer than necessary. Get this nigga the fuck out of here, bro.
Super chat is deeply appreciated. This money will go towards a 23andMe. I know I'm black, but I need a DNA test to reveal if I'm Taco Fall black or just Blake Griffin black.
Had to bury my grand.
Shout out to Poppy J with the $5 super chat.
I really need
Have
a blessed day.
RIP to grandpa, bro. RIP to grandpa, man. I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, condolences. Yeah, this man's salty that we're asking for. Yo, this man is salty. We're asking for a smaller, more focused game. That's less work for you, bro, and you make more money. I feel like nowadays players just have too much to do and too much to play, so they often feel the urge that something has to be concluded quickly. That's half true. Like, there is a ton of more options to play things, but that still doesn't change the fact that, like, these games are bloated. Like, the open world didn't add anything. Cause like, what's the name was bloated with content, Elden Ring, but it was all content that I wanted to explore. And part of the reason was the art design was amazing. For the most part, the boss fights were unique. There were a couple repeats, but for the most part, the boss fights were unique. The lore, like the invisible walls and shit like that. There was a reason to explore. I don't feel any reason to explore in this game. It's nothing but fucking invisible walls and chickens every goddamn where, bro. It's just bloated for no reason, like not Elden, but like a Ubisoft game. Rebirth did, however, introduce some great mini games. Cap. Hopefully, being more concise with storytelling will leave space for innovation and amusing side activities. Like, bro, I just want to get some cool fights in. Elden Ring didn't require you to do shit. Yeah, like if you wanted to, you could have just ran straight to Margaret the first boss fight. Yeah, you were forced to play some mini tank game and all this other shit. But moving forward to the third game in the series, he said, obviously I can't say exactly what it is, but I don't want to deliver just exactly the same style of gameplay experience as we had the Rebirth again.
Get off my man.
Shout out to Big Worm with the perm. We're going to evolve it and change it again to give it another different and fresh take on the Final Fantasy VII gameplay. Again, that will be revealed in a not too distant future. I can say we're working on it and we're trying to change that because we're actually got a build up and running a development team right now. Here's another thing that I feel like they don't understand. Another reason why Rebirth was such a slog to play is it just didn't innovate the formula enough to justify that 100 hours of gameplay, if that makes sense, right? So like if they wanted to do this in 3 parts, each part should have been like 15 to 20 hours. That's how you solve the problem. But they went from like a 20-hour game with the first one to a 100-hour game. And like it just didn't make sense because the gameplay wasn't interesting enough. It didn't change. I felt like I was kind of playing the same game. And if I'm not getting an interesting take on the formula, you just added some forced annoying mini games, yeah, it's gonna feel like a slog. So like, yeah, shorten the fucking games, bro, because like the formula is not interesting. I just want to see what happens in the fucking story, man. The battle system was hella fun, but even that started to drag. Exactly, it was just too much, man. Too much of anything is never a good thing, man. Too many tortas, you become a torta too. Like, come on, guys. Welcome to the stream. 100 months. What the fuck? Yeah, 100 months. Shout out to him, man. What else I got for you? Oh, Ubisoft released this statement. Ubisoft Massive, for those unaware, Massive Entertainment is the studio under Ubisoft that creates what's the looter shooter that I can't stand? The Division. They make The Division. They released a statement to the public, which is some roundabout way that they're laying off people, but they were trying to be super nice about it because they know niggas hate Ubisoft. They said, as a part of the ongoing evolution and long-term planning, we have recently realigned our teams and resources to strengthen our roadmap, ensuring our continued focus on the Division franchise and the technologies, including Snowdrop and Ubisoft Connect, that powers our games. To support this transition responsibly, we introduced a volunteer career transition program, giving eligible team members the opportunity to take their next career step on their own terms, supported by a comprehensive package that includes financial and career assistance. Now, this is all career speak, so let me translate this for you if you're not following. Translation: we at Ubisoft are poor, we're broke, and we have all these people that we love and adore, but we honestly can't afford to keep you on the same team, and we don't have the heart to actually fire you. So if you want to volunteer to fire yourself, we'll give you $5 on the way out, pussy. Massive Entertainment remains fully committed to our roadmap and to creating great experiences for players around the world, including the Division 2. More Division, more Division, more Division, and more Division. These projects continue with strengths, focus, and ambition, and we look forward to sharing more. Ambition and looter shooter is fucking crazy. I didn't even know there's a Division 3. Well, they're working on it apparently, and there's a free-to-play Division coming out, bro. I don't give a fuck about Division. You're telling me you're getting laid off without telling me? This shit is fucking funny, dude. Like, just do what you got to do. Lay off the people that you need to lay off. But Ubisoft continues to struggle. They continue to take L's. The question is, who is going to actually volunteer to actually lay themselves off? Interesting. I mean, the last people that left Ubisoft made Expedition 33. Hey, they said they can. That's what I would say. Because I'm a dick. If I worked for Massive Entertainment, I would say, oh, okay. So you're telling me if I volunteer to lay myself off to help you guys financially, you'll help me and assist my career? Well, this is what I request. I will openly leave Ubisoft if you can get me on the Expedition 33 team. How about that, nigga? What? How could you do that to Ubisoft? You go to the competition. They betrayed us. Is that smoke coming from a diffuser? Sort of. It's for my sinuses. A fucking my brain is frozen. Not a diffuser, but what's the shit called? My brain is frozen. That threw me off. Nah, it's his PS4. Yeah, it's my PS4. Yeah, it's my PS4. Let's go with that. My PS4 is blown. A humidifier. Yeah, my brain is frozen on that humidifier. But about